What's up, guys? Welcome back to WrenchingWrecked. We are up at the barn. It is hot, 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 hot. We are in a heat wave. It is ridiculously humid. The concrete up here is sweating like crazy, which is just great to work in a hot, damp environment. Luckily, we got a lake to jump in. Anyways, I showed you guys the swap meet motor that I picked up the other day. Reasonable. And then if you follow Instagram or whichever, I think I posted a picture of the frame that I've had sitting up on the shelf for a while. I finally yanked that one down. And then I was going through all these cylinders that I had. Got a lot. All shovel, some 74s, some 80 inchers. Just random disarray of stuff. I did try and measure the stroke off camera on that shovel motor. Determined it was a 74. So most of these jugs down here are 80 inchers, which will bolt up. I can make it work. It just, I don't need a 6 to 1, 6.5 to 1 compression motor. So I needed a set of 74s. Well, jumped on the old Facebook marketplace and found a listing from a buddy of mine. So looks like today I might be trying to run up to Wisconsin, go see Old Iron Parts Co. about some Shovelhead stuff. Normally I'm just running up there for ironhead stuff, but he's doing everything now, which is very helpful. So looking forward to hang out with him for a little bit, see the new place, and try and piece some stuff together. Anyways, I couldn't leave it alone, and I didn't necessarily do a video on it, but if you didn't follow the shorts or follow whatever else I posted that on, we built a bike yesterday, kind of. So here is the transmission I was planning on using. Had it all cleaned up, degreased, blasted, and coated. That's transmission number 3 we're going to be putting together with miscellaneous parts. But this one is done, ready to go. However, this is going to be nice. And I mean, it's a rotary top. Nobody wants rotary tops, so send them my way. I'll run them all day long. We got the engine stand out because we're going to have a ton of work to do on that shovel. But you guys want to see the new bike? Pretty happy with it. Again, I'll do kind of a price point maybe on this. Maybe not. I don't know what I want to do, how I want to format these videos, but we're going to be thrashing on trying to knock out a Shovelhead chopper very quick, down and dirty. Down and down and down and down and down and dirty. And by that I mean dirty, dirty. It is a pretty gnarly chopperized frame. Don't get me wrong. I don't love it. Not going to be a very nice chopper build, but I think it's going to be a very cool chopper build in my opinion. So, do I quit lollygag? Oh, the ironhead. This guy. This thing is just about done. And we are greenlit to order up the last batch of parts. So what we're going to do is leave this seat and the sissy bar and tank and oil tank. Everything is staying raw because he is going to get that painted. However, we are going to be powder coating the frame, but we're not going to be doing that until I get this completely done, together, assembled, ready to ride down the road. I'll get some test run shakedown miles on it in raw form before we pull it all apart and tear it down for blast coat final assembly. Well, it'll get final assembly, but tear it down for blasting and coating. But I need a color for the frame. I don't want to do that until I have a complete done running riding bike. It's just a little more work, but tearing down a chopper is not too difficult. So that's kind of what we're going to do on this. But we are greenlit, so I got to piece together a parts order today, get that through in the next day or two, and then we can start jamming on finishing that one up. All right, what you guys have been waiting for. 15-minute Shovelhead mock-up assembly. Now, I bought a motor at the swap meet. That is it. That is it. Everything else on this bike thus far, not using all the parts that are sitting on it, but I will be using a lot of them. A lot of these are parts that I've acquired over the years, I've had sitting in the trailer, or I found at the swap meet in my bins of stuff. So I knew I had this transmission. I knew I had another case. I also got a busted case down there, and I think I got another busted case in the trailer too. I got a ton of rotary tops. I just, somehow over the years you end up collecting them. Doing the swap meet stuff and vending, I lose track of some of the stuff that I have sometimes. Not gonna lie. All right, let's turn you guys around. Boom. long bike chopper. So we had this frame. I have $0 invested into this frame. I took it on a partial trade for a blasting job for another customer a ways back. Did a bunch of blasting work for him and picked up this frame. It is long. It has got a gnarly rake on it. It is crusty. There are no foot peg pads. The axle plates are kind of goofy, but they're in there. They're straight enough for the axle to line up and go in. The 16 aluminum hub wheel I had laying around, sprocket and brake, that will probably get replaced with a steel wheel, which I have in the trailer. I just haven't had it yet. I've been saving an oil tank, but this one's actually too nice for this bike. This is a seat I planned on running with the ironhead chopper frame that I got up there. Probably still will, but for mock-up purposes, this kind of works fine. I got a seat in the works right now. Fender, had this for probably 7 years now. I've just been saving it, holding onto it. Probably gonna run something a little wider. I don't think we're gonna run those, but again, they were up there for mock-up. Extra rotary top trans, kicker cover, all the bits. It's empty and filthy, mismatched black and aluminum. Found this rotary top lid. I didn't know I had a second one, but I found that one. That needs a little bit of work on the top. Missing a couple bits that we'll have to throw back in, but there is one there. So black kicker cover I found at the swap, not cracked, in pretty good, decent shape. Bushing's good. I think I got that for like $4, $5 or something. And here is the rough mock-up assembled shovel motor. So internals, the valves and the heads looked okay. The chambers are crusty from being apart and sitting. We'll go through, we're gonna disassemble the heads and clean all that up. Blast those chambers and intake and exhaust ports, clear all that out. Lifters and bits are malleable. I'm missing one plunger, which I definitely do have somewhere, but everything is free and moving on there. Case is crusty. Chrome is pitted and beat to crap, but it matches the rest of this bike. This tank, I'm not gonna be running, somebody hacked the tabs off on this, but I was just trying to size up what style tank I wanna run. And being as long as this front end is, the rake doesn't seem that crazy, in my opinion. But we got a tank on here, crusty paint. I kinda like that style, but it's really gonna change based on this rear fender. We got a 16 here on the rear. I also have a pre-laced, ready to go 18 high shoulder with a tire up there. If I wanna run an 18 rear or keep it a 16 rear, I don't really know, but we are hanging off the lift back here. I didn't take a measurement. We are just on the lift there. We are just over the lift here. It's not your crazy long Springer setup, but this is a pretty long bike. It's the longest one I've had up here. So we are going to run a narrow glide. I didn't measure this either. I'm guessing it's 12, 14 over. That last one we did, these are 8s, and that's substantially longer than 8. So 8 over on this, that's gotta be at least 12, 14 on the narrow glide, but it is a dual disc. This front spool, or front wheel, is brand new. This is actually going on this bike, but this painted, rattle can, scuffed, beat up black dual disc is going to go back on here when I finally put that good wheel on here. We'll run the same Speedmaster. So realistically, all we gotta do is figure out that rear end assembly. Big sissy bar, probably some pullbacks up and back. I don't know, what do you guys think on the tank? Not necessarily this tank, but the style. I keep going back and forth. I got a shortage of tanks. Normally I got a bunch of crusty tanks laying around. I am almost out. I got that little Wassel mid-tunnel up there. Thought about doing some fat bobs hanging low because we got like so much room for activities down here. But this will be the thrash down and dirty chopper that we're gonna be slapping together. Just kind of let the bike and the parts speak to you. So I did have this lower triple tree. It's a -7 too. I had that one on there, but for whatever reason, that one's shorter than most. Maybe it's early. Enlighten me in the comments. I couldn't figure that one out. I thought I needed a separate big twin stem, but I found the 1-inch one and it dropped right in on this one, but they had a bunch of goofy, crusty brackets welded on here that I had to cut off because it was banging on the frame here. So there are no fork steps on this yet. We can alter that, but why run a nice one on a bike like this when I already have a crusty welded up one with booger welds and heavy bracketry? everything just kind of came together. It's nice slapping together crusty, rusty ones like this. The cylinders are shot. Absolutely shot with that mismatch. 80-inch cylinders on a 74 bottom end, plus not the right parts. Like the cylinders that came with it would slide right over the pistons with rings without having to even put effort putting them on. So those were overboard, 80-inchers. Definitely did not get a complete, I mean, heads and everything look like they came off the same bike. Just looks like they grabbed whatever cylinders they could find and threw it on for selling to some sad sucker at a swap meet. This guy. But it all works out. My buddy's got a good set of 40 over 74-inch cylinders ready to go, and I trust his word on that one. I saw the pictures of the cylinder bores. I'll take a closer look, but they look good enough to slap in and run relatively fresh. So that's the tentative plan. We got chopper things going on again. It's fun. Shovelhead stuff. I was all set to do an Evo, and then I found a Shovelhead at Evo price levels. So lots of work to do, lots of bits to kind of clean up, but it's going to be internal cleanups. As of right now, I'm not planning on doing any exterior cleanup on that motor at all. If I do, even blasting the heads to clean out the ports, like I got to make sure I'm only doing the chambers and the combustion chamber and the intake and the exhaust, because if I start cleaning this up, it's going to be very difficult for me not to make this pretty. But it's too crusty for that. I don't want to buy rocker boxes. I don't want to buy a bunch of other parts. Swap the oil tank for a more beat up one, like I said. Now I'm repeating myself, but there she is. Nice long bike chopper. I think it's going to be fun. I'm really, really digging the stance. The back end will kick up just a tiny bit whenever we switch either just the tire. I'll kick it up probably half an inch or an inch. If we do go to the 18, that'll be sitting a little closer to level. Get some more ground clearance for jumping curbs. But we'll have a, you know, not doing a hand shift on this one, I don't think. I think we're going to keep it normal clutch, front brakes, like a rideable, user-friendly long bike chopper. That's the plan anyway. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated as we get through parts. Probably start going through this in sections. I'll get the heads disassembled, cleaned up, ready for a valve job, and prepping all of that. I'm going to try and take you guys along with as much as I can. It's just, when I got the camera rolling, it's a little bit slower. This transmission on the last one took me way longer. Ooh, I do got to pull that trans out of the chopper sometime. I don't know if it's going to be today, but got to get that out so I can swap these countershaft clusters out, and then maybe we'll use that new one on this bike that I won't be riding as much. I don't know. We'll see. There's your quick little update. Swap meet chopper is underway. It's been a while since I've done a Shovelhead, so I am excited about this one. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.